Hello everyone, welcome again to FF channel. Today we're gonna play the last scenario of the Persian Wars 4th installment made by Gordon Farrell, Blood at Thermopylae. First scenario is called Thermopylae Afternoon on day 3. So our last stand we could see that it is the impossible scenario designed by Gordon Farrell, unfortunately. And now we're gonna play the last one that we've adjusted for the hardest. And on this, apparently, it will be the outcome of our last stand at Thermopylae. So let's check. Okay, the end is near. Leonidas has fallen, his body hacked by swords of the enemy. The furious Spartans, fighting as never before, cut their way through the ranks of the Persians 3 times, recovered the body of their fallen king. 3 times the Persians take it back. As the Spartans summon their strength to attack it again, another blow falls. The Thebans have deserted. Oh, the Thebans. That's a plot twist. Seeing that the Greeks will lose, they hold their hands up and surrender to Xerxes, claiming they have always been willing to kneel before him, but that the Greek alliance and Leonidas in particular forced them to fight. Many of the Thebans are shot dead as they approach the Persian lines, but most of them are finally accepted into the enemy's camp. Now the Spartans fight alone with the Thespians. Make no mistake about it. It will be a fight to the death. Victory conditions. You must recover the body of Leonidas, the artifact being held by the Persian troops. Bring it to the Spartan pennant on the low hill near the wall. 3 long swordsmen have been assigned to guard Leonidas' body once it has been brought to the hill. They must give their lives defending it. You must have possession of the artifact to win. The scout unit must survive to tell the tale. Okay, to note, the Sand Ground command will be very useful for controlling the long swordsmen. Otherwise, like true Spartans, they will rush off to fight the enemy. Okay, so you must keep in mind this command. Let's read the history. And as you always know, you can skip it, but I suggest you to follow my reading, because I do my best. It's a very good text. The Spartans and the Thespians made their last stand on a low hill behind the small wall. They met together as Persians encircled them. Immortals is still pouring through the mountain pass, and regular Persian infantry attacking from the western gate. Their spears had all been broken by now. They killed Persians with their short swords until those were shattered too. Finally, they fought with their hands as the Persians buried them in missile fire. Eventually, the bodies of the Greeks were placed in a single grave. 2 inscriptions were raised above them. One read, "Here is the place where 400 from Peloponnesus fought." The second inscription was reserved for the Spartans. It read, "Go, stranger, and tell the Spartan people that on this ground we gave our lives obeying their command." At the end of the 3rd day, Xerxes was in control of the pass of Thermopylae. Both he and his troops were badly shaken by their first encounter with the Greeks. 20,000 of his best infantry lay dead. Although 4,000 Greeks fell, probably half of them were unarmed Helot attendants. Afraid that he had encountered a race of warriors unlike any he imagined, he summoned the Greek trader Demaratus to give him advice. Demaratus was an exiled king who had sworn allegiance to Xerxes in the hope that the Persians would restore him to the throne of Sparta. Xerxes asked him how many more warriors there were in the south of Greece. Demaratus replied that there were a great many, but what the emperor should know in particular is that the ones who fought so well were from a city called Sparta. There are about 8,000 men in Sparta, Demaratus continued, and every one of them is equal to those who fought at Thermopylae. That's incredible. Very good text and so amazing. I mean, 80,000 men would scare a lot of Xerxes, and what they did here, it's so incredible. 20,000 against what, 4,000 Greeks, but half of them were unarmed Helot attendants. That's so interesting. So probably it was something around 2,000 Greeks who killed a force of 10,000, who had a kill that it's about of the proportions of 10 times the size of their force. This number of kills is amazing, really impressive. Okay, so to complete this scenario may require a few tips about the mechanics of artifact possession. The artifact will not change hands as long as units of more than one color are near it. You can use this to your advantage by moving the artifact along a path that keeps it near enemy units of at least 2 different colors at all times, until your own units can reach it. Okay. So it will not change hands as long as units of more than one color are near it. Okay, so that's interesting. It may also work against you, however, especially if your Thespian allies are the ones preventing you from taking control of it. You don't want to attack your allies, of course. Hold your own units back. Eventually, the Thespians will charge Persian units on their own, letting you take control of the artifact. And sometimes you just get clumped together. Whoop, I'm gonna save it. Okay, let's go. worked. I had to kill them, but it worked. Oh my, after so many tries. Yeah, it's not how it's supposed to be, but there is no way that I can just wait for the right exact time, so they had to suicide, but they do not suicide. Let's prepare for the relations. You have given your lives like Spartans, but though you died defending on his body, it is now in the hands of the Persians. Surviving the lifeless form of the man who defied him, Charges gives order the Leones be dishonored in death. The body of the fallen king is decapitated and hung from a cross. The time will come to humiliate Charges for this act of sacrilege. For now, however, we must be content to bury the dead and honor them. Long live the memory of Thermopylae. Level designer Gordon Farrell. That was a level. I'm very happy that I made it. The thing is that I should save more often, but even though saving it's so hard because it's so RNG, that's a very, very pure energy scenario in my opinion. Because you need to walk around with that and the pathing can be so crazy, but saving and actually you need to know a little bit how it works the AI on Age of Empires 1. This Age of Empires, not the other installments. This one has a very particular a very particular AI, sorry. The AI, the way that it does, it must take a lot of care. And the fact, if you go back to the scenario, to the part that I won, it was because the orange actually was very helpful in distracting. And I had to use my other units to attack in the other place, then I would move the artifact. And I almost lost the artifact at some point. It was so crazy. I had to retrieve it, and then I could put this place on top of the hill. Then instantly, I also had to delete my units to avoid capitulating, and I also protect my scout, which barely made it. If I wasn't paying attention to the scout, it would be that. So GG, folks. GG, and thank you so much. It was very stressful. It was my idea of fun. I have questions, but it's a very, very unique scenario. That's probably one of the most RNG scenarios. For a speed run, I would love to see other times. It's so stressful, but I would love it. So yeah, it took 1 minute and 24 seconds. Wow, but we know that took much longer than that. And we killed almost 30 units in the middle of this chaos. The Thespians killed much more because they were focusing on killing. And the Asian conscripts actually got the worst of the laws and 0 kills. So yeah, but very good. GG, folks. GG. So yeah, thanks for watching, and for the next time, I will go for the last installment of the Persian Wars, which you guys will see why it's a very, very sad fate that we do not have the last installment. Thank you very much, and see you next time.